the play fake. Here's Wilson. And his first pass is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on third down, Watson able to find Warner. That's complete. This one in for a Colts touchdown. Darren Waller, 81 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
No gain.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Now Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. First down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. Josh Adams, the running back, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Ravens nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bradley Chubb, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Watson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Watson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Terry McLaurin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
30-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Oh, it's no good. Moore pushed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They begin this drive with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Number 24.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
motion now. Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. I think this is a free play for Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing again here, Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Smith, incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, here's Watson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now a first down carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Again, the ball carrier.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 41, Watson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Irvin. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Jared Wilson.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Watson now to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now here's Ross. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Anthony Brown on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
A nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down. And establish themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the 50, it's Watson. And look at this. They get the tackle they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Well, this series could very well determine our outcome. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flushed out right. Oh, look at that. A diving catch. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. They toss it left side to Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Anthony Brown.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. And they hit him as as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Watson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
On this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. The Colts in victory formation now as they take